Hello and welcome to the GloBUNTU Book Studio. My name is Beatrice Achaleke and I am your host for today. So I haven't been online, I haven't been doing any videos for a very long time. So today it's my premiere and I am a little bit nervous. I don't know whether you can see that, but hey, some days, somehow we have to get started, right? So I'm very excited today to start this series, the GloBUNTU School of Life Masterclass. But before we get started, the question is, how have you been? How have you been? It's been over 12 months. No, what am I saying? 12 months. It's been more than 12 months that we have been in this pandemic, in this coronavirus times, very crazy times, unprecedented times. We haven't been here before. And we are experiencing things that none of us has ever experienced in our lifetime. So it's all of our premiere. And I just thought, I've been thinking a whole lot. And for those of you, my Facebook friends who know me, you certainly know that I'm a very passionate storyteller. I love storytelling. I love history. I love books. I love, just sharing knowledge and wisdom and tools and tips on how to deal with life, because life is sometimes very rough. Life has been very rough this past 12, 13, 14 months of the coronavirus. Before then it was, but now it's particularly very rough. And so those of you who grew up together with your grandparents, especially your grandma, and those of you who are my fellow Africans, brothers and sisters, you probably know the role that our grandmother played in our lives. When you can just call next to your grandmother after dinner and she tells you old stories, stories of times gone. She tells you stories about your family members, about your legacy, your identity, your history, gives you a lot of wisdom. And these times are like long gone. They're gone. And we are today, some of us are parents. We either are not with our children or our children spend more time with their devices than they spend with us. And we are juggling and struggling to deal with life and all the things that life throws at us. And we fail sometimes to pass on that wisdom to our children. So this is the essence of the GloBUNTU School of Life Masterclass. It's going to be that place where you come every Saturday evening, always from 5 p.m. to 5:45 p.m. or later 6 p.m. South African time, that is GMT +2. This is the space where you come to gain wisdom, to get knowledge, get tools, listen to stories that will empower you, that will uplift you, listen to some people's scars that will turn out to become the stars that you need to light up your life wherever you are in that moment. So this is the essence of the GloBUNTU School of Life Masterclass. I am so excited about this masterclass because I have lined up master teachers who are just amazing. Each one of them is so unique. Their stories are so unique that they will just wow you. They will surprise you. They will challenge you. They will uplift you. They will give you every reason to get up wherever you are and take full control of your life and be your own champion, because, hey, that's what life is all about. So no matter what you're going through in life, someone has gone through it before you, and someone has learned lessons, someone has put together tools, someone has collected wisdom that is all going to be the object of the GloBUNTU School of Life Masterclass that we will be sharing with you as time goes on. So I hope that you're going to stay with us as this masterclass unfolds. I can't tell you right now how many of the masterclasses we're going to have, but what I can tell you is that I already have master teachers lined up right up to the end of June. So it's going to be a 50-minute masterclass each Saturday. It's this place where you come with your children, you come with your friends. Sometimes, again, we're so busy trying to balance life that we don't have the time to share some knowledge with our children, share some life experiences with our children, and they shouldn't miss it just because you can't. And hey, between you and I as parents, there's just some topic that we can't talk with our children. We can't, because either we're too close or we're too embarrassed, or no one taught us about how to teach our children about some of those things. And they need to know them as they grow up. So this is the place where you bring them in so they can listen to master teachers, they can listen to men and women who have gone through it, who have done it, who have been there, and again, who have stood up and stepped into their masterpieces and carried on with life in a very successful way. Some of them are business people, some of them are university lecturers, they are parents, some of them are single parents, some of them parents together, some of them are spiritual leaders, some come from the media space, some are authors, there are a whole lot of authors, some of them have migration backgrounds, which means they're not living in their countries of origin. You see, the backgrounds of my master teachers is very diversified, and this is what makes them so unique. This is what makes this space so unique. Now, you're asking me a master class, who are my master teachers? Well, the master teachers that I've put together, again, are men and women who have gone through the world, who have seen so much, who have experienced so much, and who have gathered so much, and are so excitedly looking forward to sharing their experiences with you. They are all Black people, and I consciously look for Black master teachers, African master teachers, because when you look online, there are a lot of other master classes, there are a lot of stories, but what is missing is the African story. What is missing is the African story. Well, there's some stories out there, but I think we need to stir some more, because, hey, how many billions of us Africans are in the world today? And I just think every story deserves to be told. Every experience deserves to be shared. And Maya Angelou once said, when you learn, teach. So what we are doing here is teaching the things that we've learned. And what makes this teaching so unique is the fact that it is not something that you learn at the university. It's not something that you learn at school. It's something that you learn from listening to people who have been there, done it, got it, understood it, and succeeded. Okay, so I'm getting really very excited. So this masterclass is going to be that very unique space where you meet these unique men and women from all walks of life, sharing experiences. You will have the chance to ask questions. You can ask questions. You can share your own, you can give comments, you can share knowledge, whatever it is that you like to share. This is going to be the space where we tell those stories. Again, I think it's going to be a very important space for young children, especially Black children who are growing up in the diaspora, but also those on the continent. Quite often, we learn a whole lot of things at school, but we don't learn things that concern our identity. That we don't learn a lot of those things that gives you a proud sense of your heritage, your vast and rich heritage. We don't learn that at school. And I had to turn 46 to go on the journey of writing to start discovering my African identity, of which I'm so proud today. Had shit not happened to me along the line and pushed me to pack my 2 suitcases, leave Europe and my kids behind, to come back to the continent to pursue that dream of finding out, not the dream, the question of finding out, who am I really? Who am I really as a woman, as a Black woman, as an African woman, as an African mother, as an African professional? Who am I really? You know, some of those questions are very crucial questions that we should be asking, and sometimes we don't ask them. And when you ask, they may take you to some places that you may not want to be. But when you eventually do your work in that space, and you come out of there, you become such a proud African woman. You become such a proud human being. Whichever way you want to define yourself, you just take pride in who you are. You have a sense of self-worth. You have a sense of belonging, and you have just that wisdom. And when you have that wisdom, you can just go through anything in the world. I know what I'm talking about. So I have since 2015, when I moved to South Africa, I started a book series called Africa for Smart Kids. And this book series was not really just for kids. It was actually for me, because the thing that I research and write on are things that I didn't learn in any school, and things that I would not learn in any workplace. And writing these stories, doing this research and writing these books has given me such a proud sense of who I am. And the master classes that I have been rolling out for kids, the kids that have joined the master classes, written, have their books published, some are even award winners. Some of their books have been approved for schools. When I look at them today, when I look at their stories, when I look at their journeys, I notice that just being able to tell their story, being able to write their story has propelled them forward, has put them many steps ahead of their peers. And they don't tell the same story that they told when I met them before they wrote their books. Today, as young authors, even when they step into a space, the conversation that they have is completely different. It's just a new conversation around their being authors, and that definitely opened doors. So what I'm trying to say is trying to give you reasons why telling stories is so important, and why this masterclass is something that is going to be important to you. And I'm hoping that those of us who are not very familiar with our history will learn to understand from the masterclass some part of our history, and that the master teachers are going to inspire you to go after your own story. Go after your own story. Find out who you are, where you come from, who are your ancestors, on whose shoulders do you stand. And if you know all of that, you can better define where you're going to. You see, when I talk about writing stories, telling stories, I really get passionate about it, because telling stories is very powerful, and we can't tell enough stories. So I don't want to reveal everything about the masterclass, but what I wish for you to know is that we are kickstarting on the 1st of May. May is Africa Month. That is the month when the liberation of Africa is celebrated, and that's exactly the month that we're kickstarting the GloBUNTU School of Life Masterclass. And our first teacher is Odelia. I'll tell you a little bit more about Odelia next week, because next week I'm going to introduce to you our first batch of master teachers. And I can't really wait for that day to come. And I will introduce you to all our master's teachers, so you know on which date. I'll also tell you on which website you can go. I'll share a web link with you where you can go to see the lineup of all the teachers. And the good news is that if you're not able to join any one of the sessions live, it's going to be live streamed, so you can follow. You can pick up. You can watch the story. You can watch the masterclass at your own discretion, either on Facebook or you can watch it on YouTube. We are live streaming on Facebook and on YouTube. On Facebook, we're live streaming on my page, where you may be right now, but we're also live streaming on the GloBUNTU Books page. So you have two live streams on Facebook and one on YouTube, and you can watch them at your discretion. Feel free to watch this masterclass, to listen to these master teachers, and feel free to ask questions, because after each masterclass, we're going to open the floor for a few questions so that we can wrap it up properly. Each masterclass is going to last for about 50 minutes, and we will have like about 10 minutes to take some questions if you're joining us online and you have some questions that you want to ask. But you will also get plenty of information on how you can reach us. If you feel like you're a master teacher and you have a story that you really want to tell and you want to join our masterclass, you are most welcome. So once we kickstart, you'll get more information and you'll know how you can join us. And well, my Facebook page is always open, and the GloBUNTU Books Facebook page as well. So from there, you can inbox me and tell me, hey, Beatrice, I have a story that I think I would love to share. And remember, when you share your story, so much happens. When you share your story, you liberate yourself. When you share your story, you have the chance to go inside of you and to open some doors and to sort out some of the things that you may be carrying with you. you know, as human beings, we grow through life and we have what I call your life suitcase. And in that life suitcase, you have all kinds of things inside. You have all kinds of experiences, events, situations. You have baggage that you probably do not need anymore. When you tell your story, you have the chance to sort them out. You sort them out and you reset your suitcase for your next masterpiece. So this is what you get from just telling your story. And when you tell your story, you actually have the chance to inspire someone, to motivate someone, to shine your light in someone's dark corner, and to give them the permission to stand up and own their lives, to stand up and live, to stand up and just be here and be present and be seen and be counted. So I can tell you so many things that happen when you tell your story, but I will not say all of them right now because the masterclass is coming and I will love for my master teachers to share their experiences with you. So today was just a quick intro to let you know what this masterclass is all about. If you're here right now and you have questions, you can text me, and if you can also inbox me. If you have a story to tell, let me know. And again, I am so looking forward to kickstarting the masterclass with you. Next week, Saturday, I will be opening the masterclass by telling you my own story. And my own story, it's a huge story, but I'll package it in a way that will give you some insights that may be encouraging, that may be supportive, that may assist you, that may give you the courage to own your life. Because hey, if you're still here, it means you have life. Remember, some people did not wake up this morning, and some people are not going to live through the next minute. And when you're still here, it means you have a responsibility, the responsibility not just to own your life, but to drive it and to use your life to empower someone, to ignite the light in someone's space so that they too can stand up and shine. Is that not the essence of being alive? Okay, so for today, I'm going to wrap it all up. It was just a quick intro, like I say, for the masterclasses. And watch out for next week. Around the same time, I will be packaging my story just to kickstart the series of stories that we will be listening to. And from the 1st of May, our first master teacher will join me in the GloBUNTU book studio, and we will start the GloBUNTU School of Life Masterclass. And I am super excited. So thank you so much for whoever is online. I see Princess Bekusheli is online. I greet you. You're in Belgium. You're my kid sister. I love you very much. And I see some other people are watching. So please leave us your comments below. If you're joining us on YouTube, leave your comments below. I'll check them and I will respond to you. If you're joining on Facebook, I am super, super excited to have you here. And the masterclass is coming up 1st of March. And next week, it is going to be my story. And the title of the story is how to transform your individual breakdown into a collective breakthrough when shit happens. And doesn't shit always happen along the way as we journey through life? So when it happens, what do? That has been my story, and I will share with you what I did, where I am, and how that has literally transformed my life. And I am thankful for all the bits of shit that happened to my life in 2014 and 2015. Had that not happened, I would not be who I am today. And so you may be sitting in that space where something is happening to you. You're going through stuff and you're doubting, you're wondering, where do I start? How do I start? What do I do? Who do I speak to? What happens after this? You're insecure. You lost your self-confidence and your self-worth, and you're just confused. If you're that person, you want to tune in next week to my story, how to transform your individual breakdown into a collective breakthrough when shit happens. So thank you for tuning in today. I'll see you next week, same time at 5 p.m. That is South African time, which is the same as GMT +2. I hope you keep safe with your families wherever you are. And when it comes to telling your story, be unapologetically possessive and obsessive, because it is your story. Own it, no matter how it is. Because again, your story can be a masterclass that can change someone else's life. I'll see you next week. Thank you very much.